When creating Punnett squares, you want to start with your key and your parent cross. In this case, we're going to look at tall and short plants. The capital letter represents the dominant trait, which in this case is tall. The lowercase letter represents the recessive trait, which in this case is short. For our first cross, let's look at a homozygous parent cross. In this one, we're going to cross a homozygous dominant parent with a homozygous recessive parent. Okay, to set up your Punnett square, you're going to show what are the possible gametes that can be made by each of these parents. So one parent will go along the top, one parent will go along the side. This first parent can make two possible alleles that contain the dominant T or the dominant T. Since it's homozygous, it only has one type of allele. These gametes would be placed at the top of the Punnett square. So this parent is either going to make gametes, which would be the sex cells, sperm or eggs, that contain the dominant allele or the dominant allele. Remember during meiosis that these allele pairs are separated so that the offspring get half of their genes from one parent and half from the other. Now their second parent, this homozygous recessive parent, we'll put along the side. So this parent can either make gametes with lowercase t or lowercase t. Now the Punnett square is a tool to represent the possible offspring combinations that can result when these gametes combine. This is a simple one because all of them are going to be the same. So in all cases, this gamete combines with this gamete to produce that combination. You take the one that gamete at the top of this column straight down, next to this row straight over, and then again straight down, straight over. Notice I put the dominant trait first in all cases. It's best to keep it consistent so that all of your Punnett squares that you do look the same. Okay, now these four boxes represent all the possible combinations that can result when the gametes that are represented at the top combine with the gametes from the second parent on the side. So in this case, all of our offspring combinations result in heterozygous alleles. So our genotypic ratio, the genetic combinations, would be 4:0. This means 100% of the offspring will be heterozygous for that trait. This is the result that Mendel got when he crossed his purebred parental generations to create the F1 generation. Now, since all of these possible combinations contain a dominant allele, that dominant allele is the one that is expressed in a heterozygous situation. So our phenotypic ratio, which is the physical appearance of these offspring, is also going to be 4:0, meaning that 100% of these offspring will be tall.